Hello everyone, it's Wizaldo or Wesley, and today I'm going to be taking a look at a deck list that was recommended to me by somebody who plays at locals with me. This deck list is originally created by an Italian player, but I made some changes to it just because I think my playstyle aligns with these changes a little more than what the original deck list included. I mainly cut down one Hina and one Brook in favor for Bartolomeo's, and one 4-cost Kuzan and one 10-cost Kuzan for 2 Bow Hancocks. And then I also swapped out the Jacks with the Teaches. Quick pause, I wanted to throw up the original creator's Twitter and their original deck list because it is changed in this video, so that's what you're seeing right now. Anyways, back to the video. With that in mind, I'll run through the deck list for real this time. I run 4 of the Searcher Tashigis, 1 Pudding, 2 Bartolomeos, 2 Boa Hancocks, 4 Tsurus, 3 Rippers, 3 Brook, 2 Bartolomeo, 3 Hina, 2 Laboon, 3 Kuzan, 4 Rebecca, 2 T-Bone, 2 Sengoku, 2 Teach, 2 Kuzan, 3 Houndblaze, 2 Light Sword, 1 Gravblade, and 3 Tempest Kick. I'm gonna hop into a game real quick and see how it feels. Oh, okay. See, this deck is so good. Oh, look at that name. Alright, we are in a game. The opponent is going first. I see a Kuzan and a Tashigi in hand. That is a keep hand. So, fun fact about my opponent. Their username is Tenryu Bito, which means, I believe, Celestial Dragon or 5 Elder. It basically is just saying that this person's been toxic before. So, you know, a little bit of a weaker mental state maybe. One of my favorite things to do is type Y, or what does your name mean? Gets in their head a little bit. I do 2K this. Want to stay at high life. I swing into the sugar here. I think this is probably a halfway decent matchup for Sakazuki. I can't swing at life, so I think I just end turn. Having to play a little slower is rough, but I do think I just send the rest of the stuff at life. Alright, they play a Pudding to search for a Sanji or an event card. They didn't get anything. That's pretty rough. I do think I just take this. Let's see. I'll keep searching. Find another Kuzan. I think 2 Kuzans out on the board is going to be really strong. So I'll just send that at life. I want to build up my board so I can put pressure on him, clear his board. When he does get to a higher Dawn amount, he's going to be playing his bigger bodies, which is kind of rough. I'm only at 2 in trash. I want to use my leader effect. I'll get rid of the light sword. I have a lot of reduction in hand and not a lot of removal. So if I can possibly see a Brook, that'd be awesome. Gets a Radical Beam, so he's going to be able to play pretty defensively. I do just 2K here. He's letting me build up a pretty good hand, but at the same time, he has a huge hand too. I'll block this. That's what it's there for, so may as well use it. I'll send a Tashigi into there, play another blocker. I'm at 5 in trash. I'm just going to use this for the card draw. And then I can grab another blocker, which is nice. That blocker is going to let me deal with his 6K swings a little bit better. And I am going to cycle hand here and end turn. So he goes to 10. I'll probably just KO whatever he plays this turn. Especially if he puts my Bartolomeo into life. Kuzan, okay. Do that and then trash this for counter. Alright. Is that the best way to go about this? Probably. Swing 5 there, reduce this. And then I'll deploy this and KO it. And I'll just end turn there. I don't want to cycle my hand anymore. It would be nice hitting 10 in trash, but I can always play an event or counter to get to that point. So having the Kuzan, or both Kuzans out on board is a really scary thing for him. Just because I'll be able to pretty much KO anything for very cheap. And I have a bunch of bottom decking in hand as well. So I'll probably just Houndblaze whatever he plays next turn. I want to start building up hand though, so I don't want to play more than one event per turn. Nice. A Teach, that feels great. I'll deploy this. I'll give my leader +3. Bottom deck this. Play the Teach. KO that. And then I'll go just 6, 8, 10 into life. Put a lot of pressure on his life. He'll probably counter here, but we'll get a ton of pressure on him. And I think he does have to take this one, yeah. He's playing a event-based deck, which is a little bit annoying. But I don't think it's the end of the world for me. I have a ton or a very strong board right now, so as long as I can keep his board empty with what's on it, which I should be able to just because of the Teach, I should be all set. And if the opponent does end up playing more than one character per turn, I do have a way to deal with that. So I'll go to... I might want a Rebecca this turn, honestly. Do I have a Broken Trash yet? I don't. I want to keep my hand too. I'm not at a place I really want to be, but I'll just use everything to swing. So I'll start with an 8k swing. Reduce that. Then I'll do 9. Or I'll do 10, I think. Rest this to KO that. And go 12 at life. And I will hopefully be able to defeat my opponent the next turn. The opponent really let me build up a really strong board. Like, this is probably one of the best single target removal boards that there is. And on top of that, I do have events in hand. So if I win, I think that's one of the main reasons that I was able to. Unfortunately, this doesn't really make the deck any different than the one I currently run. And for that reason, I think that I would much rather play my own deck. I want to pause and say that I don't think I was right in saying that. The deck actually does feel pretty good. I was just not looking in the right places. I counter out there just because I want to see whatever he plays. This isn't the greatest thing. He gets rid of my Kuzan. Here's what I'll do here. I'll prevent the Big Mom from attacking, and I'll just swing really big into the opponent. Yeah, we'll get the Gum Gum Giant there, and then I might be able to end the game after this. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I just want to run through a little recap of that game. I think I played really well, and I can see a visible improvement in my ability to predict and gauge what the opponent's threats are going to be. So during the game, I said that the deck felt like it was just using part of my deck list, and that's where the strengths came from. But I want to walk back on that statement. I know I paused the video and said, hey, that's not quite correct. And I want to highlight some of the things that really shone through with the deck that didn't quite get a highlight or wasn't all that flashy. And it's the Rippers. I think the Rippers are a great addition. That really helps you fortress up and make it to the late game when your Kuzans are there, the 4 cost and the 10 cost, and you get a Teach out, and you can just start clearing the board really quickly. I think I failed to realize how strong that was, and the Bartolomeos do a similar thing where they serve as both a 2k and a blocker. So I want to really make sure it's known that I think the deck is actually pretty good. And the Sengokus do the same thing, and it helps you get to the late game. It helps you get one of these Kuzans back. So highly recommend checking out this deck list, and here's that original deck list from the Italian player. I do think if it is your first time playing Sakazuki, you should put this one together before the one that I put together, just because it is a little bit weird in some places. For example, the Bartolomeo, the 6 cost blocker. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope if you liked the video, you'll leave a like. If you want to leave me some feedback or let me know something, leave a comment. If you want to see more of this content, subscribe if you're really willing. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.